Welcome to another Sunday WOAY ABC4 Community Forum, where we talk to community leaders and local success stories to discuss important information that affects all of us here in Southern West Virginia. I'm your host, Brandy Lawrence, and today we're joined by another distinguished guest. Public Relations and Recruitment Specialist Stephen Smith from Burlington United Methodist Family Services joins us this morning. Thanks so much for coming to the forum.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So we were talking a little bit before we got on air about Burlington United Methodist Family Services, and you all do a lot, but can you give the people out there that are unfamiliar a brief overview?
Sure. Burlington, we are a private service organization that serves the entire state of West Virginia. We currently are in 22 counties, but we positively impact all 55 West Virginia counties. We have 320 employees spread throughout 27 sites throughout the state of West Virginia. So we're a big organization, so that's doing a lot of good.
Absolutely. And I'm pretty sure everybody is familiar. You come up towards the mall, you see Burlington right over to the left, and you all, do a lot, it seems, in the community and things. I know a lot of people know you for working with young people. So how do young people usually end up coming to Burlington?
Well, we have, like I said, we have several programs, which the particular treatment campus you're speaking about is in Prosperity. That's our Beckley campus. So out of that campus, we have our residential treatment campus, and those are young people that from 12 to 18 that is placed there for just various reasons. So a lot of times they're court ordered to be there. So while they're there, we use therapeutic treatment, and we have some great stories that come out of that location. We also do foster care. So we handle foster care throughout the entire state of West Virginia. And those young people will come to us through DHHR. They will refer, whenever they do a removal, they'll call us and they'll say, do you have a foster home? So we have wonderful foster parents throughout the entire state, but we need a lot more foster parents. We also do safe at home services out of our Beckley location, and that program's it's a kind of a newer program in the state of West Virginia, and it's really neat because with that program, other than children being removed from their parents, we actually put social workers, in the homes to keep that removal from ever happening. So that's a very cool program. In addition to our Beckley campus, we have treatment campuses in Burlington, West Virginia. And up in Burlington, we do a lot of the same things we do in Beckley. However, what's a little bit unique about there is we have one of the only treatment campuses for children under the age of 10 in the state of West Virginia. In Daniels, we have a treatment campus there for youth with coexisting disorders, meaning they have one or more impairments or disorders. So there, our young folks will they get treatment, they get spiritual life, they get community outings, we teach social skills. So we have a huge array of services that we offer. In addition to our treatment campuses, we also offer domestic and foreign adoptions. We have our own adoption unit, and then for young people who's getting ready to age out of foster care. Up in Kaiser, we offer a program there. It's a transitional living program. So what's neat about that is our children that's getting ready to age out, they'll come there and we help them with their vocation, or if they want to go to college, we help them with their FAFSA and getting them in college. We teach adult life skills. If they need therapy, whatever they need, we're there to make sure they're getting it.
That's wonderful. It's a really great, resource, and it seems like you're helping kids no matter what stage they are in life, whether it's, they're looking for a foster home or a permanent adopted family, or, they age out of the system, like you just said. And it's really wonderful that you are there as a resource for them. And as you mentioned, you all need more foster care parents and things like that. So what is kind of the process for that?
Well, just to make it really simple, if you're even interested in becoming a foster parent, making that initial phone call is the hardest part. Because, if something happens, if you don't know if you qualify or whatever, just give us a call. We'll make sure we'll talk you through it. But if you're interested in becoming a foster parent, you just simply would call us, and we'll take a little bit of information. We'll talk to you, and we'll send you out some paperwork for you to review. Our home finder, they're just amazing. They'll come out to your home. They'll do your home study. We offer all your training. It's either there at our Burlington campus, but what's really neat now, since the age of COVID, we actually do a lot of your parent training online now. So it's a little more convenient for our potential foster parents. So once you get your training and you do your paperwork and things of that nature, and you do your home study, then at that point, you're usually ready to get placed with a child. So, and the unique thing is that you can choose the age group that you want to work with. If you have all girls and you want another little girl added, we can arrange that. And the neat thing about Burlington is our workers, we offer 24/7 support. So at 3 o'clock in the morning, if something happens that you need a worker, you can always get a hold of someone.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. And, if the foster care, it goes great, the fostering and things, do they have the option to adopt a child?
In a lot of cases, of course, in West Virginia, the number one goal is always reunification with the biological family. However, if that's not possible, a lot of our foster parents, they end up adopting. And it's a good problem. That's the reason we need so many, because a lot of our old faithful foster parents, they've already adopted out. They're filled up. They've adopted their children. They're living their best life. So now we need more foster parents to step up. But yes, adoption is always a goal if reunification isn't.
Awesome. And what has been the impact that you've seen on the young people that go through these programs?
A lot of our, it seems like, I've been with Burlington for 13 years, and it seems like we're starting to see some of our older foster children. When I first started, they're coming back and they're opening up as foster homes, so they're sharing the love. And we often will have some great stories. Folks will come and say, my life wasn't so great, and then I came to Burlington. You guys really helped me out, and so now I'm a school teacher, or now I'm a lawyer, or they've chosen a career path and better their life, which is our goal.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And I can see, through all the work that you all do, how that does have a positive impact on them. And I know that sometimes going through that kind of hardship, it makes you want to, go out and help others.
Right.
And it's awesome to see that was what your impact has done. And I see that you all also have recovery services as well. So can you tell me a little bit about that, what that entails?
Sure. For over 100 years now, we've been enriching the lives of children. So most recently, we have moved to adult female recovery services. So in Mineral County, we actually have two campuses that serve the whole state. And this is for adult females. And so what really makes this program a little more unique is that we do the recovery services, we do the counseling and the job placement and all those life skills. But what's a little more unique about our program is, in a lot of cases, the mothers can live there with their children. And so then we will offer supports to parents sober, and so we help them get all the things that they need to be able to parent, and to be able to have that child live in their own house one day and things like that. So we're seeing great success stories out of our campuses up there. We have two. One's at Hope Meadows. That's our most recent and our newest. It's a beautiful facility on a farm-like setting. It has they have fishing ponds and all that stuff. And then our next one is a beautiful house called Staggers house, and it's beautiful. They have greenhouses in there, and they're learning life skills and stuff. So our ladies that complete this program, they really have great things to say about our recovery services.
That's great, and I really like that. You let these mothers come along with their children as well. So they're also getting the help that they need, but they're still able to be a parent, and they don't have to separate with their child.
Right.
And that's also wonderful for the reunification purposes. You said with the foster care, where they don't have to separate at all, so you don't have to reunify them. So that's wonderful. Is this a service that you're thinking about expanding on, or is this going to be like centered to Mineral County?
Well, it is our goal, and right now our main goal is to bring one to southern West Virginia. We're wanting one to come to the Beckley area because we're having such great success out of our two in Mineral County. So we want to see one in the Fayette or Raleigh County area. So yeah, that's definitely in the works right now.
That would be awesome, and I know a lot of people, would benefit from that, and I'm sure it would, take that opportunity.
Right.
Awesome. And what encouraged you, to get into this line of work? I know that sometimes it can be difficult. You see a lot of the success stories. I'm sure that is rewarding, but sometimes when these people come here and they need help, it can be difficult. So, what drew you to helping people like this?
Well, I first started out, I wanted to go into child protection services. But it didn't take me long to realize I'm a big softie, and that probably wasn't the best area for me. So then I became a foster care treatment coordinator with Burlington. So when I started there, I started case managing, and I really loved that work, and it was so rewarding just to see the kids flourish and do so well. And I was a treatment coordinator for a long time, and then I became a home finding specialist that would open up foster homes and would go and recruit and things of that nature. So I really love our agency and what we do. I always like to say that we do the most good. Of course, that's not to take away from any other agencies out there. We have some wonderful foster care placement agencies, such as Presley Ridge, Children's Home Society. They're great programs and great organizations that do a lot of what we do. But Burlington, where we're so diverse in our services, that's kind of what sets us apart. And we are faith-based, so that helps speak to my faith a little more. And it's just all the good that I've seen that we've done through the years. It makes me passionate about helping children and families.
Good stuff. And it literally seems like, a joint team effort. So we're about a minute out from our first break, but before we go, do you mind plugging your contact information so anybody out there watching interested can get in touch with you all?
Sure, you can call us at our Beckley office at 304-252-1598. You can call there and we can just make sure you get in touch with whatever program you're wanting to get in with or whatever questions you might have. Just give us a call. We'd be more than glad to talk to you.
Awesome. Well, you guys stay tuned. We will be right back here with Stephen talking about everything that Burlington has to offer. Welcome back to Sunday Community Forum. I am here with Stephen Smith, who is the Public Relations and Recruitment Specialist for Burlington United Methodist Family Services. And we're talking about everything that Burlington does. You all have a very extensive list of services and, just that you provide to the community. And since this is community forum, I do love to get the community involved in any sort of way. So is there any way that the community can help you all out in terms of donations, volunteering, or?
Sure. We always are open for volunteers with just our various programs and things of that nature. We've just got finished with the Christmas season, so the community really stepped up in a big way, and they provided Christmas for so many of our young folks. Such just in the Beckley campus alone, we have 30 children that live there. So the community and different churches, they've just stepped up and they've helped out a lot. As far as donations, we are a lot of our services, we are donation based. So, we are always in need of donations and things of that nature, of course, monetary, and then, just regular items that people might not think about. for example, I'm the guy that people will call and say, I have this, can you use it? For example, like in one of our locations, somebody had a lot of guitars. A lady's husband had died. He was a guitar collector. She didn't want to sell them. So what we ended up doing is we started a therapeutic music program in that location, and we would love to do that down in the Beckley area as well. Prom dresses. We have so many of our foster children that attend prom. That would help out tremendously. Local churches that want to take up snacks. We offer a spiritual life on our campuses, which is kind of like a youth group on a weekly basis. So our chaplains would really appreciate that. And we have a lot of churches that will do that. They'll take up juices and chips and just snack food, and they'll bring in for our kids. So we definitely always are in need of volunteers and donations and just things of that nature.
That's wonderful. And I'm really glad that you brought up, all these other ways that people can help outside of monetary donations, because you don't really think about prom dresses and just things that that you may have. I have like 3 prom dresses at home that I will never wear again.
Right.
So I can, put that to good use. So awesome. I'm really glad that you brought that up. And also career opportunities. Is there any, open positions right now, and what would they sort of entail?
Absolutely. You can always go to www.bumfs.org. That's the first letters of Burlington United Methodist Family Services.org. And you can click on the career tab, and we always have job openings because, we are a vast organization with a lot of moving parts, so we need a lot of people to make that go. Right off the top of my head, we are in desperate need of treatment associates for our Beckley and Daniels location, and it's a little bit out of our viewing area, I know, but in Mineral County, we're definitely in need of treatment associates there. And a treatment associate is an individual who just has a huge heart and who would come and actually work with our kids on campus. A campus parent, if you would. They come and they run the programs and they shoot ball with them and, just teach them the living skills inside of the cottages and things of that nature. So our treatment associates, we're always in need of treatment associates.
Awesome. And it's really, I see it's really hands-on, so it'd have to be somebody who's really good with kids.
Right, and we offer a very nice competitive benefits package as well. Competitive pay, paid vacation, health, dental, vision, 401k, we paid holidays. So, there's a lot of great benefits to working for Burlington.
Awesome. And how do you find, well, I don't know how much of interaction you've had, with some of the kids, but from your perspective, what have you seen be the most effective ways to really communicate and just build a connection?
Just being real with the kids, whether it's a residential treatment or it is in foster care. Kids can smell through fake quick, so they just want somebody that's going to be real and somebody who's going to care for them. I've always been a very plain speaker, so I speak very plain to them. I don't sugarcoat it, and a lot of our best workers are ones who's just real, because real life is real. So, when they're in our care, it's the same thing. But just to be able to interact with the kids, if you give them respect, they'll give you respect back. And, that's just a human need. We want respect, so.
Absolutely. And I can imagine that, some of the kids that come to you all, they've already experienced real life, so they don't really want to be coddled or talked down to. So give it to them straight. You said you've been in the job for about 13 years now. So what type of difficulties have you faced, and what have been some of the biggest rewards?
Of course, our biggest difficulty is the need of foster homes. You can look at the statistics in the state of West Virginia, and at one time we were close to 10,000 homeless children in the state of West Virginia. Luckily, due to the wonderful foster parents out there that's answering the call, and the organizations working together. We've been able to bring that number down to a little over 6,000 right now of children that's in need of homes. So that's been one of our biggest difficulties. Of course, just like everyone else, trying to run a massive organization that's serving the needs of others during COVID. That was a very difficult time where we were losing co-workers to COVID, and we were still trying to keep ourselves safe and offer our services and keeping our youth safe too. So that was a huge difficulty that we faced. But our leadership, they were really responsive, and we took a lot of the precautionary measures, and we were able to stay afloat and still operate safely during the age of COVID. So that was one of the more difficult things as well. And, just not having enough resources. For the most part, a lot of things are political, even in the social service realm. A lot of times our elected officials, I know that here in the southern West Virginia area, our elected officials, so far they've been very responsive, and certain ones I've been able to call on, and they've actually even came to Burlington, and they've toured our campus and seen what all we do. So for the most part, they've been very responsive to helping us out. So we appreciate them for that as well. But just like everything, there's been in all social service organizations, there's difficulties, but we work together and we find a way to make it work. Mm-hmm.
And I love that you mentioned, it's social services, sometimes even that's political, because a lot of times with, nonprofit organizations and like donation-based organizations that are really just trying to provide a service to the community, they are very much impacted by legislation. Right. And it's awesome that, some of our local leaders and lawmakers and legislators, they do genuinely want to help, and they've shown that they want to come out.
They have, and they come out. We had a open house not too long ago, and our senator and some of our House members from Raleigh County, they were out, and they actually took time to listen to our needs and the things that we were trying to tell them, and a lot of things they were shocked about seeing some of the internal workings, and it was a good time, and we did appreciate them for coming out.
Yeah. And it's great that they took the time out, and that you all were able to show them exactly what goes on there on a day-to-day basis. So also, I think there was one thing that I forgot to talk about. I didn't see community-based therapy here for the children in your care in the local community. What does that entail? And is there any way that, if there are people watching right now, is there any way that they could help with that?
Yeah, we offer a lot of community-based services. So that's a whole division within our agency. We do the community-based therapy, where we actually have therapists that will go out and work with children that has been referred to us through the Department of Health and Human Resources. We have the Safe at Home CSAD services, where we send social workers into the home to offer services. Our foster care treatment coordinators, they go into our foster homes, and so they offer services that way as well. And then up in Pocahontas County, we actually have community engagement, where we help individuals from the community find resources that they may need. So we do a lot in the community, and we're always out. You always see a Burlington person somewhere in the state of West Virginia in the community.
That's awesome. And we do see you around a lot. So yeah. We see you out working, and we commend you for that.
Thank you.
And, in a perfect world where there would be no financial constraints or anything, what would you love to see Burlington do more of, going forward?
Yeah, like I said, it's our goal to have a treatment house. I would like to see us have several treatment houses down here in southern West Virginia. And hopefully, like I said before about it being political, hopefully a lot of our politicians will step in and say, you know what, Burlington, we need you. We need you to come and do what you're doing in Mineral County right here in West Virginia. And even though we do have a lot of great recovery programs such as Sound Mind and different ones down here in southern West Virginia, the need is so great, we need more. I would like to see that, and hopefully one day we'll see maybe some shelters and different things. And just one thing people can help us do is that word of mouth advertising for foster parents. If you know somebody in your church or in your civic organization that would be a great foster parent, send them to us. And we actually, that's part of my job, is to come out and speak to local churches. I do it on a weekly basis. I go to local churches regardless of the denomination, and it's free of charge to that local church. I come and I do a presentation. We hand out information, answer any questions that the congregation may have, and it's not just churches, it's Lions clubs, Rotary clubs. I've been to those as well. So any organization that, I don't care what it is, if you have a care for children, I'll come and speak. So.
Awesome. Well, I know that's a big thing, foster care and things like that. And I know that West Virginia, especially Southern West Virginia, could really benefit from the expansion of your all services. So before we go, we're about a couple minutes out before we go, but one more time, can you plug the contact information so we can get those foster parents over to you?
Sure. Just give us a call at 304-252-1598. We also have a Facebook page, Burlington United Methodist Family Services. We're always posting different things. We post job postings on there. We post activities and events we're doing in the community. And we also have our website at www.bumfs.org. So you can get a hold of us any of those ways, or just grab a hold of us in the community and talk to us. We just recently in November, we done some Adoption a Day events. We'd like to give a shout out to Leisure Lanes in Beckley. They hosted us this year and they did a great job. Last year it was Sugar Bears in the Crossroads Mall. They had Sugar Bear to show up. The adoptive kids and foster kids came in and they made stuffed animals and ate popcorn and had a great time. So businesses help us out a lot. We appreciate them for doing that. Awesome.
I'm sure it's a mutually beneficial thing for both of you. So that's really awesome. But thank you so much for joining us here today. And, telling us everything that Burlington has to offer. It's fairly extensive and it's really a lot, but I'm sure that, people watching today, they have found something that they can, benefit from, or a way that they can come out and help their community even more. So thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you all for joining us this Sunday. You guys be sure to tune in next Sunday where we speak to more local success stories and distinguished guests about everything going on here in Southern West Virginia. You guys have a happy Sunday.
Well.